Hey everyone, this is Heidi from Aventurine Psychics, and I want to shout out to you and a shout out to our psychic advisor, Jane Dowler. I'm going to be continuing the Witch series today, but I'm going to mix it up a little bit. I was supposed to be talking to you about the white arts, the dark arts, and voodoo. I'm not going to do the white arts, and I'm not going to do voodoo, because I think voodoo probably needs a video of its own. But what I'm going to be concentrating on today is the dark arts. When I woke up this morning, I had a plan, and it just did not feel right. The messages I was getting was the need to talk about how to do your magic correctly, with responsibility, and the damages that it could cause to both you and out in the rest of the world if you're doing your magic wrong. So in the essence of your dark magic, and if you want to do it as a dictionary form, it's basically saying that it's connected with a practitioner who wants to use it for their own selfish reasons and to intend harm. Today, I'm just going to be your neutral person. So whether you practice the dark arts, the white arts, voodoo, whatever, I need to impress upon everyone that does any kind of magic that they learn to do their magic correctly. The damage you could do for just throwing a magic charm out there willy-nilly could be more than you expect. It could also do more harm to you than what you expect, especially if you are doing a dark arts charm. If you are doing harm to someone, you have no idea, if you do it incorrectly, your charm or your magic, how it could affect. It has like a ripple effect. Whatever is around the person that you, or the thing that you wanted to do damage to. It could also, without you realizing it, do more damage to you. The after effects of the dark arts, when you practice it, could be something that, again, you don't expect. So you don't expect to have nausea, vertigo, bad dreams, vivid dreams, anxiety, stress. These are the repercussions of doing your magic incorrectly, or the repercussions of doing a charm or a spell that you didn't, because you didn't do it correctly, has more of a profound effect than you were expecting. I need to stress out there that whatever kind of magic that you're going to do, that you know the kind of magic you're dealing with. If you are a dark arts person, you need to know the magic of a white art practitioner. And if you're a white art practitioner, you need to know what the dark art can do to you so that you can protect yourself from it. As a dark arts person, maybe you need to know the protection that a white art can give. So maybe if you're serious and you're committed, you need to know how to circumnavigate that. I'm not being an advocate for any kind of harm to anyone that any practitioner wants to do. I just need to say, because of the messages that I was getting, and that's just as important to do a dark art correct, just like you need to do a white art correctly. If you are interested in voodoo, you need to do that correctly so that the ripple effect doesn't go so far that you cannot control your magic. You need to control your magic so that it doesn't do more harm than you were expecting it to do. Magic and doing it, and it may sound redundant, does come with a price. What is the price? If you don't pay attention to something, and even if you ask somebody else to do the magic for you, you need to be prepared for the hidden backlash or bite in the butt that you might get that you weren't expecting. The more knowledge that you have about how you do a charm or a spell is so important, because you could be doing more harm than you expect. I am of the creed that you do no harm. And I might say that I'm not an advocate for the white magic and the dark magic, but I don't need the dark magic. But as Heidi and what I do, I need to be aware of what it can do so that I can protect myself, my home, my loved ones, my environment. And that is me being a stronger person, to not say, oh, I know everything there is to know. I've read this book, I've read that book. I am always looking for more information and to educate myself more, because you don't know what else could be out there that could be getting stronger. So you need to be just as strong as the magic that you do and the magic that's out there that could do harm. It was very important to get this message, and I'm not sure why, but I needed to really sound the battle cry of your protection for yourself, for whatever kind of magic that you as practitioners want to do, want to execute in your life. I'm not able to control how you do it or what you do it. It's just important that, as you can hear some of the crows that are out there, and it's usually been quiet, and as I start this video, the crows are just like, go get them, Heidi. I'm hoping that's what they're saying anyways, not something other than that. But I'm going to go with their support in saying that doing magic correctly is more important because of the damage that it could invoke if you don't do it correctly. So that is, I think, the most important message that I needed to get to everybody out there. And it's not so much as talking about the dark arts or the white arts or anything in between. It's just the importance of, if you're going to commit to this art or this lore, we need to be open to doing it correctly, doing it better, getting the information, dissecting the information, and being aware that we don't want to cause so much damage out there that it's more than we as practitioners can control. Because sometimes throwing a charm out there willy-nilly and saying forget about it is wrong, because you just don't know what you've invoked and what's going to come to bite you as a practitioner on the butt. So I want to get that out there. It's important. And I want to put an example out there. If you do a Ouija board, you do a blessing before you take that planchette out or ask any questions, and you need to close it correctly. Not being able to be educated in what you're doing, now you've opened up a portal because you didn't open your Ouija board correctly and you didn't bother to close it correctly. So these are the repercussions of doing that kind of magic incorrectly. And now, because we didn't close the Ouija board like we should have, we have something in our home that is going to be wreaking havoc, and now we have to backpedal to get rid of that entity that showed up in your home when it should not have. Had we done everything correctly, we wouldn't be dealing with the problems that we have. Jane mentioned it in her other video. When you're doing tarot, you need to do a blessing. If you don't do a blessing, anything can come through. When you're done with the tarot, you need to bless that whole space and the people that you're doing the tarot for. It's important, it's respectful, and it's keeping you as that practitioner in control. So nothing is coming out that's going to be harmful. And if you are doing the black arts and harm is what you want to do, you need to control so that the ripple effect doesn't harm more than what you're expecting, and also doesn't come back to haunt you. I'm being a devil's advocate. I think I need to be, because the dark arts and the white arts can blend in when they need to, especially if you need to protect yourself from harm as a white art practitioner. And that's where the education comes into, where you need to balance the white and the black arts together as a form of protection. So I'm hoping that makes sense, and I hope I didn't ramble on too much, but this is the message that I needed to get out to everyone. So with that being said, I do have, I think, one more video to go, and we will talk to all of you soon. info@aventuringpsychics.com if you need to get in touch with myself or Jane, or if you just have simple questions or concerns. All right, I hope everyone has a great rest of the day, and I will talk to you soon because, oh my goodness, this video kind of exhausted me more from the moment I woke up till the end of the video now. So I'm going to have a hot cup of tea, and everyone enjoy the rest of their day. Bye-bye.